So yes, I'm halfway through the agenda right now. It's January 30th. Okay, so we'll have two breakout rooms. I'll help everybody with any Google Classroom issues that you have, finishing the worksheet. And then when we come back, we'll have our break. When we come back from the break, I'm going to give everybody a chance to complete and turn in. We'll practice that turning in the worksheet. So hopefully we'll get that done by today. We'll complete and turn in together, turn in the worksheet together. Then I'm going to introduce an assignment for next, that will be due next week. So I'll, what I'll say is I'll explain Wednesday and next Monday. That's what I'll do. I've got an interesting assignment for everyone. So I'll explain next assignment. And that's what I'll do at the end of class. All right. And Caesar has joined us here.
Yeah, we have another new friend,
That's right.
a new classmate.
That's right. Good morning, Caesar. Oh, he's just connecting. Okay. Okay.
Teacher, if you checking, Caesar don't have a microphone.
Caesar doesn't have what?
The audio.
The audio.
Oh, no, I see. I see that. It says connecting. And when he
Thank
connects, we will listen. So Caesar, if you hear us, welcome. Looks like you're still connecting to audio. All right. So ready or not, let's keep it moving. All right. Okay. Okay. So here we are. All right. So just a moment ago, I went over the agenda for today. So the first thing we are going to do is go over this worksheet. We did the first three questions in class last week. We had time to watch that first 12 minutes of the documentary and have some good long discussions in groups and then share some of our answers for questions 1, 2, and 3. So if anybody is struggling with your answers for questions 1, 2, and 3, what is the best thing to do? If you are struggling to finish questions 1, 2, and 3, what should you do? That's for everybody.
Well, I tried to go and click and again. It won't let me and I couldn't get
Well,
in.
no. No, excuse me. That's a different question.
Like
So I'm not talking about typing on the worksheet. That's
oh,
a
okay.
technical issue.
Okay.
For most, so we have 3 students have one student has completed it fully. 2 are almost there, just missing a few, and everybody else needs to get started. So my question is, last class, we went over the answers for questions 1, 2, and 3 in a lot of detail. And here's the lesson. In class, when you're talking about something and you're sharing with your classmates and you know exactly what you want to write, how long does that information stay in your head? For
No
instance,
longer. Teacher.
yeah, it's gone. 10
And
seconds, it's
my
gone.
no longer than a minute.
Yeah, no, exactly right. Exactly right. And here's the test. For Carmen knows exactly right. So we spent a long time last class going over questions 1, 2, and 3. But Carmen is right. Carmen got it done quickly because she knows that all that information is not going to stay in her head forever. And Carmen, you are not alone. Watch this. Johan, What do you remember about questions 1, 2, and 3?
Um,
Perfect. Perfect answer. Exactly. Fride, what do you remember about questions 1, 2, and 3?
I remember about the why Julinho thing is good. Made uh, the event in the jail.
Yes. Okay. So that's question 1, but I guarantee you remember a little something about question 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's try Andres. What do you remember about question 1, 2, and question 3?
I remember teacher we talking about Julinho
Mm-hmm.
and Julinho and but you told me about the answers or just the
No, I'm
questions?
just asking what you remember.
Um, Julinho and I
You remember
remember
the guy's name.
the guy.
That's right. His name was Julino. He was a nice guy. Okay. Very okay. So yeah, so he was one of the probably one of the most dynamic, colorful characters, and really everybody likes Julino. You know, he really cares about what he does. But the point is, when you are in a classroom, and this is about adult learning, so it was about learning in general. How many of you remember what your full day's lesson from when you were 10 years old, what your teacher was talking about? Does
Hmm.
anybody remember like a whole day?
No,
Exactly.
I'm not. I'm not
Exactly.
that fair.
So when you are taking a class, you always have to be ready. Most people remember, say, 15 to 20%. So 15 to 20% of whatever happened that day. And my job is to make sure that I know when I'm preparing a lesson, whatever I do today, they're only going to walk away with about 15 to 20%. So I want to make sure that that's a really useful, good 15 to 20%. But as students, what are some solutions to retain more information?
I teacher,
Mhm.
I really have a bad um mind, I can say, because I
No, you
couldn't
don't.
remember a lot of things after.
Nobody remembers everything. I don't care
But I
who you
use
are.
a notebook.
There you go.
I use a notebook all the time.
There you
I
go.
write everything the most I can write it.
Hmm.
I can I
There
can
you go.
write.
So yeah, you can take notes, and this in any capacity. You can take notes by hand, personal notes in a paper notebook. You can take sometime for if you're really handy with your phone, you want to take screenshots, or if you're on your computer, take a screenshot. Oh, this was a good part of the lesson. Oh yeah, that was interesting. And then just write down a few keywords. What's another solution? There's something that I do to help everybody.
Recording.
That's right. Check the recording. And I know not everybody has time to rewatch the whole class, but you can go to certain places in the recording if there's a certain detail that you want to remember. If thinking, oh yeah, what were we doing that first part of class? Oh yeah, that was it. Oh wait, oh I missed that 10 minutes. Oh yeah, that was it. That's what I could do. Um, oh, good morning, Caesar. Caesar just sent a message to everybody.
Yeah,
Hey, how are you? Welcome, my friend.
thank you. I'm here finally.
Excellent, excellent. So, we're you haven't missed much. We're just in the beginning. We're going over what we're this assignment on Google Classroom, and
Yeah,
just talking about what we did last class and ways to remember. Uh, information. So Carmen's got it. Take notes, check the recording, and you can also just check Google Classroom, like, oh yeah, what is it we're doing? What are we talking about? And then you can also, what else can we do?
All right. Are you talking to me, teacher?
You can reread.
Yes, I was watching the video about the jail in Brazil.
Yes, exactly.
I
Exactly.
was trying to answer the question, but I saw the question 10 minutes ago. So
That's
I
no
have
problem. That's no problem. Oh, Caesar, I'm talking
a
to
general.
everybody, not just you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You've only been in class for 5 minutes. Well, don't worry, no pressure. But no,
Okay.
but Caesar's doing the right thing. He's trying, you can catch up, you can take notes. And if you, whatever we do in class, you can do it on your own because
All right.
everybody works, everybody's busy. Nobody's gonna, you can't survive by only coming to class and then not following along on your own at your own time. So Caesar, good job. Good job. That what you're doing is exactly correct.
I want to say thank you to Andres. We were in touch, and I had to send my excuse to Diallo because I didn't call back to him. Sorry, Diallo.
I think it's okay. Andres, good work ushering in a new classmate. Good work, Andres. Okay,
Thank you, teacher.
so yes, so the lesson here is plan ahead of time. You know whatever you do in class is not going to stay in your head. So you have to find other ways to get that information to be ready. If it's taking notes and then reviewing the notes, great. If that doesn't work for you, watch the recording of the class and then take your notes, or just go into the assignment and read and write on your own, self-study. One of those is going to work. And if you get in these habits now, 6B is college prep. And then after 6B, when we send you to college, you'll have that, all those tools, and you'll be very disciplined and ready to, go on to that, get that degree, get that job that you want. So remember, you're only going to remember 15 to 20% of whatever we do today. Be prepared to forget. So know you're going to forget. Be ready for it. Plan on forgetting and having a way to get that information on your own.
Mhm.
So we're going to go over questions 1, 2, and 3 we did last week. And then I'm going to introduce questions 4 and questions 5. And I'm going to try to help Carmen get back into the Google document, see what's going on with you. All right. So everybody seems to love Julinho. But let's see. I want to know. Actually, yes. Let's just go over, let's just review all 3 of these questions. So everybody seems to love Julinho. Who wants to give us share their answer for the first question? Andres, go for it.
Okay, teacher. I'm checking the video.
Julinho.
The
I'm
last.
saying it in Spanish, not Portuguese. Julinho. I just like realized I'm wrong language. Julinho. Julinho.
Julinho. No, teacher. I remember. I checking the reading the last
Mhm.
class, and I'm checking. We confused because when you ask why does Julinho believe, is Julinho believe, no what we believe about Julinho.
That's
In
not a
the last
mistake.
class,
That's not a mistake. Yeah.
okay,
That's the question I wrote.
yes, but the Julinho say he is very important for the guilds
Mhm.
because they have a very good important uh, paper on the society, and they like a new opportunity on the life. He
Okay.
he told about that.
So he believes his work is important because the girls have a new what?
A new opportunity for
New opportunity.
yes, for new for insert the again the society after the prison.
Yes, so reincorporating, getting back into society. Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good job. Anybody else want to give their answer for Julinho? Okay.
I can.
Yeah, go for it. Sure. Is that Carmen?
Yes, that's the name.
Fantastic.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
What I wrote and my answer was, oh,
Oh yeah, you actually your answer was clear. There was no mistakes and it answered the question well. So yeah, definitely share with everybody.
so can I read it? No.
If you like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Angelino believes that women in prison deserve another opportunity. And for him, it is important to work on the self-esteem of each one of them so that when they are released, they can reintegrate into society
Hmm.
without any problems. So
Good
that's what I
work.
wrote.
And
And
yeah, I think yeah, that was perfect. I didn't give you any comment suggestions. I said, leave that alone. That's perfect, just the way it is. And Andres made a good point. The way the question is written, why does Julinho believe? A lot of students uh, miss that part of the question and they give an answer like this.
yeah, I was watching the video and
What's wrong with this?
Yeah, yeah, it's
What's
good
the
point.
problem with this answer?
uh, we're given the another, how can I say,
Mhm.
we're giving another answer. We're looking for another point.
Right. So the question is, why does he himself personally believe what he does is important in that prison? Not what do
Mhm.
you think? That's why you want to be very careful just to read those little details. So in college, you take a test, you misread the question, you'll lose points and that could really hurt your grade. So this is good practice. Maria,
Julinho believe his work because it's very creative and help the woman and not think about your problems. This is good for mental health and loss of sadness.
that's beautiful. I think there's a one little thing we might want to change. Believes in his work
Yes,
because, and say that last part again, the second half of what you just said.
it's very creative or is more creative and the woman does not think about your problems. This is good for mental health and loss of sadness.
Perfect. Okay, now there are some grammar issues in this that we could together fix. Here we go.
Okay.
So what we've got is a confusion between first person and second person. First person, first person is I, me, myself. Third would be him, they, them. I'm sorry. Second is him, they, them. And then if I'm speaking in third person, um, I'm sorry. Second is you, third. I think I'm making this more confusing explaining it. That's what I'm not trying to do. Is they or just Eulenio. So we start out in third person. Eulenio believes his work is very creative. The woman, still third person, does not think about your problems. Okay, so there we go. This is what I was thinking. We're switching from third person to second person. So we don't want to say the woman does not think about your problems. Grammatically, this doesn't show up because as an issue, it doesn't turn blue or red because it actually makes sense. But you don't want to say the woman does not think about your problems. Oh, as the reader, this makes me think, oh, a woman in prison's thinking about me and my problems. That's not what you're trying to say.
No.
So let's change it a little bit. Keep it in third person. The woman, or more than one woman, the women in prison. And what you're trying to say is,
Do not.
because of Eulenio's work, these women can do what with their minds? Maria.
Is the woman is the plural. In prison, do not think. Is the second person.
Well, instead of,
Is
you don't want to say the woman doesn't think about your problems. That doesn't make sense because it
yes.
sounds like it's me, you, me, like you're talking to the reader.
Okay.
The
In
women in
prison,
prison you're saying these
um,
women can stop thinking about how horrible their lives are for 5 minutes.
they not think.
What's
Can
the opposite of remember?
Eh,
Forget.
How about
forget,
say this? The women can forget about
forget your problems or their
my problems, their problems.
their
Perfect.
problems, their
Excellent.
problems. Okay.
Beautiful, Maria. Now we're clear. Excellent. This is perfect right here. That's why I wanted to go over this. Excellent job, Maria.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you for
Thank
volunteering.
you.
Appreciate it. So I was actually making it more confusing explaining it. Sorry about that. So this is the way Maria said. Julinho believes his work is very creative. The women in prison can forget about their problems. That's true. Yeah, because he's letting these women, perform and like be a star for the day, when in real life they're just kind of forgotten, locked up in a cage, forgotten about. So this is good for mental health and loss of selfness. That's an interesting phrase, loss of selfness. Yeah. So yeah, when you're in prison, you could go crazy, but this allows these women to not go crazy. Have a moment to feel good. And it also makes it controversial because prison is supposed to be a punishment. It doesn't look like they're being punished if they're enjoying themselves. So that makes it an interesting topic for debate. Excellent job, Maria. Let's go into Felida. Why did Felida travel all the way from Sweden to end up in prison in Sao Paulo?
She get into debt.
There you go. She got into debt, as one does. That's the start, but remember, we want 35 to 50 words. Andres, give us some more information.
Teacher, because she had a son. Her son
No,
was
we were doing
very
the same
sick.
thing. We're confusing Felida and Naranje.
Yes.
Naranje is the one with the kid.
Yeah.
Felida's, we don't know about her family.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Yeah. Stephanie. Go for it,
She
Stephanie.
arrived
Yeah.
in Sao Paulo airport with 8 kilos of cocaine in a suitcase.
Yep. So I'm gonna do you. That's the information we need, and I'm gonna do what's called transition.
Oh,
So she got. No, I'm gonna give you a little transition sentence to say what you just said. She got into debt, and then
And she
if I
start trafficking.
yes, she exactly. So what Carmen just gave you is a transition sentence. She got into debt. She owed money. To pay her debt, she became a drug trafficker. CK trafficker, and flew to Sao Paulo airport with a suit. I'm paraphrasing what you said. It's a case of cocaine. I think we're almost at the word count right here. And then who wants to finish up this with the story? Because she was talking about all these emotions. She thought about running and escaping. Why didn't she disappear? Why didn't she do that?
She couldn't disappear because the lender,
Yes.
I don't forget the word, teacher.
Yeah.
The lender know everything, her all information about her and
the
her family.
yes. Knew to find her family. And then once she case opened, did she say, that's not mine? I don't know. I've never seen this before. Or did she just say, who knows this word?
But she, uh, um,
Who remembers
what's the
that? It
question?
was, no, I'm asking if everybody knows this
Opening,
vocab word. The shiz. This was part of her interview.
confess it, confess it.
Confessed.
Oh, confess.
Right, because when she was carrying all these drugs into the airport, and she thought, I should just disappear. They're in
No,
Sweden,
she
they'll never
can't.
find me. She can't do that because the bad guys know where her family lives. So her suitcase fell open, all the drugs came out, and then she just said, it's mine. That's it. I did it. Go ahead, take me to prison.
Mhm.
So she didn't try to hide. She just said, yep, that was me. Which tells me that whatever she was trying to, whatever her situation was in Sweden was not a happy one. So anyway, that's her story. More and even more heartbreaking with the details of Naranje. Who can give their answer for Naranje? See, everybody forgot.
Okay, can I, teacher?
Go for it. Oh, wait, let's give somebody else a chance.
Okay, yes.
I told you before.
Okay, yeah, you were giving this answer for the other one. Yeah, go for it, Andres. Yeah.
Yes, because she had a baby, and her son was very sick, and she needed money for treatment or a surgery for him.
Surgery, yes. She was trying to,
Surgery.
yeah, she needed money to pay for her son's surgery.
Yes, sir.
And then it's confusing because her story is a little bit similar to Falida's. So she said, okay, great. There are these drug dealers who will lend me the money or who will pay me some money. And as uh, the life of crime goes, she got caught. But you can give those details into your writing. Now, before our next order of business is to look into question 4 and question 5 together. So the story of Stove and Clementina. So I'm going to help out Carmen right now because Carmen, I know your issue is not unique. I'm going to go into my student account to show what it looks like when I am starting an assignment on Google Classroom, and then I leave it alone. I turn my computer off, and then I want to go back and change something. How do I do that? So I'm going to sign in right here. All right. So this is what it looks like as a student. So if I'm in with my student account, okay, let's say I start this worksheet. All right. Okay, here is my answer for question 1. And then I say, oh, you know what? I don't have time right now. I'm gonna come back in 45 minutes. And I close the document. Bye-bye. Disappear. Bye-bye. Let's say I leave Google Classroom. What can I do? How can I recover the information that I was already writing? Who knows? Because Carmen's issue is that she only needed to answer one more question, but then couldn't get back into it. Who could help Carmen? I'll give you the answer, but I want to see if somebody else knows. Okay, here comes the answer. You want to go into your Gmail. All right, now, here we go. Where can I recover worksheet, Google documents that I've already been working on? That's the little blue application. Where can I find it? If I'm in my email, where do I find this stuff? I'm going to point to it. Right up there. I call this the 9 dots. It looks a bit like a waffle. Some people call it a waffle. Might have heard that before. And you click on that. Now I'm looking for the document that I was just on. So what should I do? Does everybody see this?
Open the classroom.
I could do that. But if an easier way is just to go into the Google Drive. Does everybody see this little triangle? That's your Google Drive. Google Drive. There you go. And look at that. The first one up there is the one I was just on. Let's take a look and see if my work is saved. Ah, there it is. Magic. So what I'd like everybody to do, well, actually not everybody right now, but Carmen, on break or during breakout rooms, try that. Close everything and then go back into your Google Drive just from your Gmail account. And you should be able to get in there and, blah, blah, go crazy, write all you want. That should do the trick, but let me know if you're still having trouble.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. And that's for everybody. Let's see. Okay, so now we want to go into breakout rooms to discuss questions 4 and 5. I'm going to start with Stove. I skipped her. She was earlier in the documentary. So let's watch this thing. There we go. Okay, back into my teacher account, leaving my student account. Okay. So Stove is right about, there she is. Okay. Okay, so the question on the worksheet is question number 4.
Why is Stove considered a leader among?
A leader among her peers. Right. So you can see there's what's called like a pecking order in this. Here we go. Oh, there's Stephanie, right? I had Stephanie's open right there. So yeah. Yes, why is Stove considered a leader among her peers? Stephanie, yes. Your worksheet was perfect, absolutely perfect, except there was just one tiny grammar issue right there. Does everybody see how Stephanie is going in to rewrite that?
Yeah, I was trying to fix it, but
No, it's at wonderful job, Stephanie. But this is how these tools work. See, I sent her a little message, and now Stephanie can go right in there and just change it. Perfect. So what does that mean to be a leader? Peers are the people that you live with, you work with every day. People in your community. For whatever reason, they look to Stove as a leader.
A person who can guide you?
Yeah. So some people are leaders and some people are followers. Stove is considered a leader among this community. So that's the question. Why is she a leader amongst the community? So we'll get into her story right here, and then she comes back later on. Here we go. All right.
Reintegrar na sociedade já está maravilhoso. Sorrisão, sorrisão, vamos lá. Isso aqui não é uma cadeia, é um spa. É um spa.
So there's going to be 4 categories. The first one is Ms. Max or Ms. International. It's because this prison has a lot of foreign women. And so it's about being beautiful no matter where you're from in the world.
Tá doendo, amor? Vai doer amanhã. Amanhã que a cobra vai fumar.
The second one is Muse of Maturity. It's a prize for an older, inspirational woman in the prison. Third one is Ms. Congeniality. And the fourth one is really interesting, probably the most interesting one of them. It's the Mr. Congeniality. It's a new prize, the first time we have this, and it's for the openly gay inmates here.
Isso. Pé na frente do outro para quem for mulher. Para quem for homem, perna aberta.
After the rehearsal, we met up with Ana Paula, who started Mr. Max, an openly gay category that has never been done at any other beauty pageant before.
Bom, a ideia foi minha, né?
Foi sua?
Foi.
Como é que você teve essa ideia?
Eu tive a ideia que eu achei que se as meninas podem desfilar, por que a gente também não pode? Sendo que também existe desfile de Mister na realidade. Por que discriminar a gente? E a gente, mesmo a gente estando aqui dentro, a gente não somos um copo. Porque, na verdade, a cadeia de mulher é mais meninas que se envolvem com mulher. Assim, na minha postura que eu sou, a gente vale ouro para elas, né?
Então conta pra mim, esse Mister Simpatia é uma coisa nova, não é?
É uma coisa nova que acaba despertando na gente A gente fica empolgada, né? A gente se empolga, que a gente vê que a gente mostrar para a sociedade, né?
Anna gave me a tour of her prison cell, where she spends the majority of her time. Você conhece todo mundo aqui?
Todas.
Vocês, assim, ficam visitando outro mundo?
Porque as trancas são abertas, né? Vai ser abertas, então a gente tem comunicação aqui em cima.
É aqui?
Não. Que é onde que eu descanso, meu dia a dia.
Me conta então um pouquinho.
I just realized my the captions that I have on my screen. I need to disable because it's when they give the English subtitles. Here it is, subtitle settings. Disable these captions. Come on. Okay. So I realize they're giving you the English subtitles, but when they start speaking the other language, you need the English. So there it is.
É aqui?
Não. Que é onde que eu descanso, meu dia a dia.
Me conta
Oh, I can move them. There we go. So ignore the English captions. Okay.
um pouquinho mais. O que...
Sociedade, né?
Anna gave me a tour of her prison cell, where she spends the majority of her time. Você conhece todo mundo aqui?
Todas.
Vocês, assim, ficam visitando outro mundo?
Porque as trancas são abertas, né? Vai ser abertas, então a gente tem comunicação aqui em cima.
É aqui?
Não. Que é onde que eu descanso, meu dia a dia.
Me conta então um pouquinho mais. O que você fez para se preparar pro Mr. Simpatia?
Eu acordo 5h30, já faço meu primeiro exercício. Brinco um pouco com as mãos. E depois eu brinco um pouco com os pés, coxa. Coloco a garrafa aqui. Faço exercício com a garrafa, mais deitada no chão.
2. Tem pouco lugar aqui.
Aí água a gente não tem às vezes no banheiro. A gente pega daqui. A gente guarda a água, porque aqui tem horário para desligar a água. Então a gente guarda para poder fazer nossas higienes, usar no banheiro. Fazer água limpa. Todo dia a gente troca as águas. É isso aí.
Bianca, a native Brazilian, and her best friend from Spain, Immaculada, have both made it to the final round for the crown title of Miss Beleza Internacional.
A
parte que eu tô mais ansiosa.
Okay, so that was Stove. And we looked at their stories.
Nossa.
We looked at their stories last week. Now, here we go. Question 4 relates to Clementina. Here's Clementina. Let's see. So question number 5. How did Clementina arrive in this prison in Sao Paulo? And she's not a young woman like the others. She's up there, but she had an interesting circumstance and ended up in the same place. So let's find out. And here comes Clementina. There she is, right after Naranje.
Tenho. Maravilhosa, maravilhosa. Ela é minha guerreira.
Not everyone is so fortunate. Clementina is a competitor for Muse of Maturity, a prize for older women. She's far, far away from her family in São Tomé, Africa.
A senhora tá aqui há quanto tempo? Eu estou cá.
Not everyone is so fortunate. Clementina is a competitor for Muse of Maturity, a prize for older women. She's far, far away from her family in São Tomé, Africa.
A senhora tá aqui há quanto tempo? Eu estou cá há 7 meses.
7 meses. Tem muito tempo ainda para ficar aqui?
Tenho.
porque fui sentenciada no dia 28 de maio, ou 28 de julho. E peguei 7 anos.
7 anos.
7 anos.
Então tá começando.
Estou começando.
Como que a senhora se sente vendo que tem quase 7 anos ainda?
Não me sinto bem, mas a gente não há uma outra solução que confortar-se.
Me permita, por favor, eu perguntar por que a senhora está aqui.
Eu vivia na minha terra, depois fui convidada por alguém que eu viesse pegar uma mala aqui no Brasil.
Onde é a sua terra?
Eu sou Santo Tomé, ao lado de Guiné Equatorial. E depois eu vim, peguei na mala. Quando eu ia, fui revistada no aeroporto, eu trazia aquilo cocaína. E de lá, como é que eu posso dizer? O senhor disse-me que não pode, não pode. Prendeu-me, dormi um dia no aeroporto, no segundo dia vim transportada para aqui.
Foi a primeira vez que a senhora veio para o Brasil?
Sim.
Qual é a sua relação com as outras reeducandas aqui no presídio?
Nossa relação é sempre boa uma com a outra.
É porque a senhora, ficando aqui 7 anos, isso aqui vira família, né?
É já nossa família, portanto nós temos que nos comportar bem uma a outra.
O que se deve ter para conseguir ganhar a musa da maturidade?
A gente tem que ser educada, tem que ter postura, e tem que desfilar-se também bem.
E a senhora está aprendendo a desfilar bem?
Estou.
Qual que é a parte, assim, do desfile, assim, que a senhora acha mais difícil?
A parte mais difícil para mim... Bem, para mim tudo é fácil. É só questão de adaptar.
A senhora vai ser 1, 2 voltas? Como é que é? Que eu não estou sabendo.
Bem, como é maturidade, nós temos 2 voltas. Uma volta de um vestido normal, de um traje normal, e segunda volta do traje do país. Traje tradicional do país, de cada país.
Tá.
Sim.
E amanhã vai vir alguém que a senhora conhece?
Da minha família, não. Das outras famílias, sim, mas da minha família, não.
So there's Clementina, and it's not a huge place that everyone's familiar with. So I sent it's Portuguese for Saint Thomas, São Tomé, in Central Africa, and it's also a Portuguese-speaking region, so it makes sense that her Portuguese is quite good. So we're going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to go over question 4 and 5. Why is Stove considered a leader among her peers? You can see the way the others treat her. They follow her naturally like a leader. And Clementina, how did she arrive in Sao Paulo? Because very much like Florida, she is a very long way from home. So those are the 2 questions we'll tackle in the breakout rooms when we return. It is time for a break. I just realized Chen has just joined us. Welcome, Chen. How you doing?
Yeah, hello teacher. Hello everyone. Yeah, I'm good.
Before we go to our break, I should introduce Chen to your new classmate, Caesar. Caesar, meet Chen. Welcome.
Okay, welcome, Chang.
Yeah, I'm good. Hi, Caesar.
All right.
Hi, Chang.
So this is for Caesar. When we take our 10-minute break, I put a timer on the screen, and this is what it looks like. So this is when everybody can go grab a cup of coffee or do whatever you need to do. Here we go.
Right.
And I'll see you all in 10 minutes.
See you.
Okay, everybody, we have returned.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna check the video panel. All right, let's make sure we are all back. Okay, please give me the thumbs up emoji, or if your camera's on, great, just let me know you have returned. So I'll wait till we get the thumbs up emoji from everybody.
Mm,
Maria, Carmen, Johan, Cesar, Chen,
yeah.
Andres. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Chen.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Andres. Thank you, Maria. Beautiful, beautiful. 2 emojis from Andres. Very nice. Okay,
This
wonderful.
emoji.
Excellent. You got it, Cesar. That's the one.
I'm learning.
You got it, my friend.
Thank
You're
you.
good. Okay, here we go. So we're going to break up into 2 discussions. So the first discussion, why is Stove considered a leader among her peers? So what exactly is there's no real right or wrong answer to this. For whatever reason, the others look to her as a leader. Why is that? And for the second question, how did Clementina arrive in the prison in Sao Paulo? And she told that story, which is a little bit similar to the others. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. If you are in breakout room 1, then you are discussing Stove. If you are in breakout room 2, you are discussing Clementina. Okay, so when I click breakout rooms, the computer puts you randomly into a
Wow.
group. Are you ready, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Join your breakout rooms now. Excellent. Hey, Andres. Hi, Clutis, welcome.
Hi, teacher.
So we're
How-
just in breakout rooms right now. We're discussing questions 4 and 5 on the worksheet, okay?
I'm sorry for coming late because I made the appointment for my dentist Monday because you remember the last
Yep.
time I said I make all my appointment
No,
every
I
Wednesday,
remember.
but
No problem. I'm sending you to room 2, so you'll be looking at question number 5.
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. There you go.
Gay,
Mhm.
open gay inmate.
Yes, yes. They
Open
had
gay inmate is like a
yes,
new
category.
category in the show. This is the new part, so the people see her like a leader for that.
Yes, that's what Johan said is exactly what works well with Faride's point. So Stove suggested that there should be a new category for the openly gay community in that prison. And all of the women in that prison seem to look to Stove as this leader. Like, I mean, whatever reason that is, why do they follow Stove? What is it about Stove that involves leadership? So that's the way you want to answer that question. And the reporter follows Stove around, says, so what's your routine? What do you do? This, that, and the other. And Stove is very soft-spoken, very kind of mild-mannered, relaxed. But for whatever reason, Stove is considered the leader, one of the leaders in that prison. So yes, I'm going to share my screen to show everybody the assignment. So this is our second assignment on Google Classroom to turn in, and it's due today. We started it last week, and we just talked about the question 4 and question 5. So I'm going to play the end of the story. By this afternoon, everybody should have turned in this. And I think about, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, I'll just send you a little message if you don't turn this in by this afternoon. A few people I know have appointments, they can't complete the assignment, but make sure you turn this in by this afternoon. This is an exercise on with time management. So yep, there it is. So make sure you stay up on this one. We've gone over the questions. If you need to watch the recordings of class, do it. If you need to message one of your classmates and continue the conversations that we've had here, like, hey, Andres, what'd you get for number 3? I'm a little confused, that kind of thing. Great. Form study groups. That's exactly what you want to do when you get on, leave here and go on to college. So yes, this is great exercise. Make sure you turn this in today, and I'll just send you a little reminder by 3 o'clock this afternoon. Any questions about this assignment? Any questions at all before we finish the documentary?
Yes, teacher. That's me, Carmen.
Yep, go for it, Carmen.
I don't have so no, I have no question. It was a comment about
Yes.
I don't know how to call stove.
Stove.
Stove. It's a her.
Oh yeah. That's great. Yeah, I think she's
She or he?
Yeah. I think that's a great question. I'm not sure about Stove's gender identity, so I don't want to assume. I think she's I think that in the documentary she goes by she, but she's definitely androgynous, or I say that you for this assignment, don't be nervous to say he or she, but in reality, it's quite likely that Stove might be non-binary and identify as he or she. That's a great question. I think the answer will have to look in the documentary. It's a very short documentary. Maybe that could be the second documentary, The Life of Stove. We don't know. So I'll say TBD, to be determined. Let's yeah, I'd say don't worry so much about that. Yep. Let's finish it.
Okay.
Good question though. All right.
Thank you, teacher.
You're most welcome. Here we go. Okay, so we looked at all 5 of the characters in this documentary, and now we're going to see what happens. A warning, it's going to get very emotional when Narajan sees her mother, because remember the mother comes to the prison to see her compete. So if you cry very easily, have some tissues or something nearby. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it's very this story is very sad.
Yeah, it just tears your heart out. Yeah. Here we go.
This, do you think? We all have a good chance of winning. There's a lot of pretty girls.
Okay, that's very diplomatic, but who do you think is gonna win?
Of course, I'm gonna cheer on myself.
E quem vai ganhar na sua categoria?
Eu gostaria de ganhar. É verdade que eu gostaria de ganhar.
Eu, de verdade, eu quero ganhar, né? Mas se eu não ganhar, eu vou ficar feliz pelas outras, por quem ganhar. Tipo, se ela ganhar, eu vou ficar feliz por ela. Tipo, se nós perdermos, eu vou ficar feliz por quem ganhar, entendeu?
I think I have a good chance. I think I have a lot of charisma. I have intelligence. I think I have beauty on the inside and outside.
Primeiro, eu acho que não existe mulher feia, existe mulher maltratada. Todas as mulheres são lindas. Eu acredito muito na recuperação do ser humano. Eu acho que pau que nasce torto, ele não morre torto.
So apparently this beauty pageant is a lot bigger than I thought. It's huge. The girls have been preparing for months. There's been several elimination rounds. There's going to be a celebrity jury, a supermodel coming in. I don't know how they're going to pull this off in a maximum security prison.
I'm pausing right here just to make a point. This is actually a really big deal in Brazil. It's not just a small event within this tiny prison. It's on TV. They have like A-list celebrities that show up to this thing. So it's really an anomaly. This event that happens. It's like a big reality TV show that everybody's watching.
There's gonna be a celebrity jury, a supermodel coming in. I don't know how they're gonna pull this off in a maximum security prison. Everything is literally crazy right now. People are running around. The girls are really, really nervous. All the staff here is running around doing every last little detail. It's pretty insane here.
Nerves are running high in the green room as the ladies prepare for the show. Hair and makeup professionals have been brought in to help beautify the inmates. The prison administrators have made sure to hire the best of the best.
E vocês já fizeram alguma vez na vida maquiagem profissional assim?
Não, essa é a primeira vez. Essa oportunidade é muito grande para nós.
Então, nós aqui já estamos sentindo vencedores. Cada um de nós, independente de quem ganhar, quem não ganhar, a gente já se sente feliz.
Se a gente perder ou ganhar, nós já vamos ser vencedora, porque onde que a gente chegou? Já vamos para a semifinal. Estamos aqui, já, nós se sentimos vencedoras. Quando a gente...
vocês já aprenderam mais desse negócio inteiro, desse concurso até agora? Não é fácil.
Que vida de modelo não é fácil.
Ficar no salto o tempo todo na postura.
So when I introduce the topic, I ask everyone the activated question, is this a good idea? Because in essence, you're celebrating criminals. But of course, when we got to know the stories of each one of these women, many of these were heartbreaking. We saw so many of these positives, but it's such a unique situation to have big A-list celebrities. If you saw in the WhatsApp group, I sent the names of the two hosts. So this guy Raul Gil and the supermodel Anna Hickman. These are big stars. They're not nobody in Brazil. So imagine you're locked up, you're forgotten about, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're on TV, you're in all the papers for the whole country sees your name. Would this send the wrong message, or is this a good idea? I wonder what everybody's thinking right now. We can wrap this up for discussion. Most of you, I think, saw it as a positive. Does everybody still feel the same way?
Yes, I still think it is a good idea.
Tell us why, Carmen.
Why?
Yeah, why
because
celebrate prisoners like this?
Oh,
Because I mean,
to celebrate. Well, I don't see that way.
Okay.
I don't see it that way to be celebrating. I just think it's good because they can help those people, like given this opportunity to forget everything for one day and give it some happiness at least one day in their life, and be preparing them, helping different ways.
That's interesting. No, I completely see that. I'm wondering, let's say, so in this case, the winner is Falida was the winner. So 25-year-old Falida, she was the woman from Sweden who was locked up for drug trafficking, who never even got to set foot in Sao Paulo. So Carmen says this is good because it gives people an escape. Forget about everything for one day. Let's see some people we haven't heard from today. Is anybody else there? Flutie, what do you think?
Teacher, my opinion is I think everybody needs a new opportunity because human doing mistake. And this is no reason that is no bad people. I think yes, need a new opportunity.
Isabel, what do you think? Not sure if Isabel's there. Maria, tell us what you're thinking.
For me, it's very good idea because the woman value his life, and in the moment the inside is good inside, teacher.
No, I know what you mean.
Incentive.
Yes.
Incentive.
They value your family, your society, but value more you herself. I sorry.
No, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Now here's what I'm thinking. Okay. When I was watching this, so this guy is a big star. He's famous. She is also famous. She's a supermodel. This is an 18-year-old girl who was in prison at the age of 18. And she looks so young. The host said, "How old are you? Are you underaged?" And she goes, "I'm 18." And for perhaps one reaction is you're 18 and you're in prison at the age of 18. Maybe the message from society should be, shame on you. Why are you locked up at such a young age? What's wrong with you? You should be in school. But instead the message is, you look beautiful. Wow. So it's a very different message than the typical perception of what of the way this population is treated around the world. You know what I mean? That's why I'm pointing this out as very, very unusual, because these are not nobody. This is a very famous person. This is a very famous person, and this young girl is at this moment, she's likely getting more attention than she ever would if she was doing the right thing and living a normal life. Anyone else want to share?
No one's out? Can I?
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, teacher. If you want to stop me, you can say, Carmen, give a chance to another person.
Carmen, go ahead. I don't want to.
Okay.
Carmen, go ahead.
Okay. I think it's because everybody knows in themselves, they know they are in jail.
Yeah.
So they can go and say, why you here? Or you have to be at the school or doing something else, because they already know, and they try to make feel better, feel good. They're trying to make him feel good to this woman's.
Okay.
I think that's why.
I understand you 100%. We're almost done with class today. Anybody else want to share? So the question I asked was the same question I asked at the beginning. Is this a good idea? Anybody else?
For me?
Yeah, Cesar, tell me.
I think men have many amusing moments in the jail. There have been competition in sport, football, baseball, and according to the women are going more and more to prison. They will find different ways to show how to distress in jail. So not only make in the health field on teaching. So they want to manifest in different way. I remember we have in my country, Dominican Republic, there is a jail called Najayo for women and Najayo for men. And there have been something like this several years ago. And all the press opinion affirmative about this activity. So this is a different way to show that in the prison could be a moment for stress the people.
Fantastic. Thank you, Cesar. All right. Good work. Good work. So what
Had
I'm
a
going to
chance
do
to catch up with her back.
What I'm going to do right now is this. So just a reminder, please finish this assignment by today. I'll send you a message if I don't get the assignment. And I'm going to point out the next assignment. The next assignment is going to be a presentation. And I want you to learn two tools. One is Google Earth. It's a satellite tool, free on the internet. It's really fun. So this is how to use Google Earth. We're all going to give presentations using Google Earth starting next week. And also sharing your screen. So the way I'm sharing my screen, you want to learn how to share your screen as well. And this is the assignment. Next week, I will end class slightly early because I have a doctor's appointment, but I'm going to keep you very busy. Don't worry. I'll keep you very busy with plenty to do on Wednesday. So Wednesday, tomorrow you have a class with Michael. Wednesday, I'll teach you for a little bit a shorter class, but I'll give you a lot to do throughout the day. And this will give you a head start. That's it. All right. Thank you all. This was a great class.
George,
yes.
When exactly the schedule for classes?
That is also in Google Classroom. What I'll do right now is I will move the schedule to the top of the stream. I'll do that right now. Here we go. Since Cesar just joined us, here we go. So when you go to the stream right here, you can see everything I posted the schedule at the beginning of class, but I'll do this. I'll move to the very top. There it is. So that's it. So that is our schedule. All right. So Michael posts his link on the WhatsApp group.
Teacher,
yes.
I'm sorry.
No
teacher,
problem.
I don't know. Cesar told me last night. Maybe they couldn't inside in the Google Classroom.
Who is this person you're talking about?
Cesar, the new guy.
No, I inside.
Oh, you're in?
Okay, you got it, buddy.
Yeah, I need to develop some skill, but now I got it.
It's just practice. You're doing great, Cesar. You're doing great.
Thank you.
You're doing great.
Goodbye, teacher. Goodbye, everyone. I need to go.
Bye, Spanish English.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Johan.
Bye, thank
And if
you.
anybody wants to help Johan practice his Spanish, you can talk to him after class.
Never.
Yeah.
Cuando quieran.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Easy.
All right.
Easy.
Bye-bye,
Just
everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, teacher.